we'll go ahead and get started and people can trickle in. How do I move this? This is cracking me up. I'm literally like, get this off. Okay. Anyways, thank you for joining, guys. Today we're going to make not only our 2025 vision boards, but I'm going to show you guys how to make it a becoming board and actually make shit happen this year. Because I don't know about y'all, but like I used to make a bunch of New Year's resolutions and it'd be like a long list, or I would go on Pinterest and like make a little collage and then I'd be like all excited for like 1 week and then never actually like follow through with anything. So if there's one thing you take away from this, it's that we don't need to have a list of like 25 things. We need to, I'm gonna mute someone, sorry. We need to be able to kind of narrow it down. So I saw this quote the other day and it said, by trying to do everything, they did nothing. And that like really resonated with me because I'm like, y'all just be trying, and me too, trying to do too much at one time and it just results in like panic and freeze state and then you actually do nothing at all. So this isn't meant to overwhelm you by any means. This is supposed to like kind of help you guys pinpoint and make it really easy and make it simple. And we'll focus on just a few things instead of a million things. So before we start, I just want to take a couple seconds, like think about 2024. Was it a good year for you? Was it a bad year for you? Um, was it something where like you felt like you were glowing up, but you could have like achieved more? So just kind of think about it for a second. You don't have to spend too much time on it, but you really kind of have to know where you're at to be able to set goals and, know where you're going. So, if anyone wants to drop it in the chat too, like, was it good? Was it bad? Was it your glow up year? Do we still have room for improvement? I would love to see it. I don't even know where the chat box is on here, you guys. I'm literally like illiterate on. Where's my chat? I found my chat box. Okay, best year yet. We got a yes. This actually, you guys, I'm not even trying to brag, was my best year yet. Like I'm actually like really proud and like stoked off of it. Um, Heavy mix, glow up, a room to improve. Okay, love it. So, like I said, we're gonna show you guys how to do a vision board, but also make it into a becoming board. Recharging year, manifesting. Yes. So I also had like a recharging year. So for 2024, I did planted as my word of the year. And I really wanted to kind of just like slow down. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm such like a perfectionist. Like I always feel like I have to grind harder. I could be doing better. Like if I'm sitting, I feel guilty for sitting. Like I always feel like I have to be doing something. And 2023, my word of the year was abundance. And so like striving for more and more and more. And I felt like I achieved that. And now it was time to be like slow and steady and chill. So this was the board I made last year. And the difference between a vision board and a becoming board is that I want to challenge you to meet yourself where you're at and have like obviously like a 5 year plan and like, like big picture, big dreams, but also once again, like have something kind of like realistic and something you can stick to and follow up on. So having like more reachable goals from the get will allow you to be able to make this a becoming board. So what I did was I actually went through and filled in my original vision board with pictures from my actual life. And the cool thing about this is that like it allows you to like kind of practice gratitude along the way and kind of like romanticize and like find joy in like the little things that you're doing, maybe that you're already doing that you didn't even know that you were doing, or just things that you have implemented over the year. And you can kind of like reflect along the way and be like, hey, like I'm already kind of living bits and pieces of my dream life already. And that kind of makes it fun and makes you enjoy the process more, but also kind of makes you like reflect on things that maybe you didn't know. Like I came up with this actually just by looking at my vision board and I was talking with Emma, everyone knows Emma. And I was like, wow, I actually accomplished every single thing on my vision board. And then I started filling it in. And then I saw someone like another influencer do like a similar concept of this. So I'm not trying to like claim this as my own original thought, but like I was like, wow, this is a becoming board. And I did it without like knowing I was doing it. And now we can go back and rinse and repeat this framework that I'm going to be kind of going over today. So, enough about me. I just wanted to give you guys this as a little example. We're going to make this about you. So, We're going to start with step one of like, what's the vibe? So, what, or I guess, who do you need to become in order to create the life that you want? So, let's talk about what era that we're in. We all kind of described it a little bit, but now let's talk about like our word for this year too. So, is this your glow up era? Is this your corporate baddie era? Are you trying to be like a peaceful soft girl, entrepreneur? Are you starting a business? Like, what are you specifically doing this year? Like, what vibe do you want to set and what tone do you want to set? After that, I want to challenge you to pick a word of the year. So, like I said, 2023, I was all about abundance, rebranding, regrowth. 2024 was all about just staying rooted exactly where I was at. I wasn't trying to grow, I was trying to chill and vibe. And then 2025 is ascended. And so now my goal is to kind of like, I'm happy with where I'm at, but how can I take these things to the next level? This obviously is going to look different for you. I just wanted to give you guys some examples. Um, and then how do you speak to yourself? So this is kind of like silly, but bear with me here. Like, how would you describe yourself if you were to write a novel that when you're the main character? So I feel like a lot of us can be really harsh on ourselves and like we're our own worst critics and like especially when you're like trying to like give your like friends, I guess, like advice or anything, like we talk to them differently. So like kind of put yourself in that same similar predicament of like if I was the main character, like how would I be describing myself and how would I be talking about myself to other people? And what does that feel like, both mentally and physically? Like, what mood do you have every single day? Um, Another thing that people don't think about too is like, what are you wearing? Are we changing our style? Do we like it, but we just want to refine it? Are we gonna like go get a haircut? Are we gonna get new glasses? And where are we shopping this year? Like get specific because if you don't have like specific brands or a specific vibe, it's really hard for you to actually like envision this. So, um, and then with this, like, what does your actual day to day look like? So this can be the little things like, are you, making your morning coffee and sitting at the table and journaling? Are you making a quick little protein smoothie? Are you waking up early? Are you sleeping in? These are all things that I want you to like really sit with and think about as you kind of write out your dream day from beginning to end. So, mindset really is everything too, guys. Like, I kind of want to show you that this vision board is like a manifestation technique to really like help you bring it to life. So the only way to bring these vibes into life is to really step into this character and like sometimes you just gotta fake it till you make it. Like if you have like a job interview and they're like, "Do you know how to do this?" and you have no idea and you just have to say, "Yep, absolutely. I've been doing it for 5 years." And then when you like get to the job and you're like, I don't know how to do this formula in Excel, like I'm gonna just Google it really quick and like pretend like I know what I'm doing. Like sometimes you really just gotta fake it till you make it. So um I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes and I'm gonna set a timer, but I want you just to think like what is really like resonating with you and like what are you guys wanting to focus on this year? Growth, peace, creativity, success, adventuring. And really, I want you guys to go through and answer each of these bullet points. And you can go back and expand on this later, but at least, start writing things down. So I'm going to set a cute little timer. Let's start with 2 minutes and we'll kind of go from there. Is there a soft corporate baddie? Yes, that's literally me every single day. I'm like, I get my shit done, but your girl's gonna be at the house after work and recharging on the weekends and doing yoga. Like this year I did a lot of things that like I set the timer by the way, you don't have to listen to me yet, but this year I was doing things like yoga and like booking myself a massage and like other little things too. Um and like I'm paint by numbers and like other little random things that really helped, really helped. So, okay, I'll shut up now and you guys can start writing them down. Blow up, come back here for me. Jordan, you're absolutely like killing it. It's actually insane. Like the glow up is so real. It's only been a couple weeks. Turning 30 this year in my health era. I love that. You really are also in your health era. Bernice is literally finishing up like a 12-week cut right now, absolutely killing it. That's super exciting. Also, like, what a time to end the cut too. Like, now you can kind of like reverse up and maintain and start the year off strong. Okay, my timer's going off. Does anybody need more time? Save like more time or something in the chat before we move on? Should we do like 1 extra minute? Are you guys just getting started? We good? Okay, and then if anyone wants to share their word of the year, I feel like this is so fun to see what other people come up with for like words of the year. I saw Kat's, she said radiance. Love that. Practicing gratitude, living in the moment, present, romanticizing life, art of noticing the little things. Yes, inner and outer. That is literally iconic. Like I'm gonna screenshot that.
Thanks, Queen.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next slide, y'all. Okay, so now that we know the vibe, this is where the fun stuff starts to really come in. So, I like to break it down into these 5 categories, and I feel like this kind of like encompasses everything. So, yeah, we'll kind of just go into this. But now we have to create a specific goal in each of the different areas of your life. So, obviously, health is specific. If you guys are already like my clients and in here, then you guys know that we're working towards that. But you can get specific here too. Is it just something fitness? Is it like PRing and going heavy on a squat? Is it nutrition goals being more gut health friendly or, reducing inflammation, hiring a coach? For wealth, do you have any savings goals? Like, do you want to like save 10K by the end of the year? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to think about buying a house? Do you simply like want to just pay off your debt? Do you want to learn how to invest? Relationship wise, like, do you want to just like really focus on developing your friendships? Like, are we in our single girl era? Are we going on dates? Do you want to just strengthen your relationship with your partner or with other family members? Um, Hobbies, this was a huge one for me this year. Trying new things. And like, what does that look like for you? This could be like reading, knitting, roller skating, dancing, I don't know. And then travel. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? This doesn't have to be anything crazy like planning an extravagant vacation. This could be like quarterly day trips, just for the day to the beach or for the weekend and booking a little Airbnb. Like, what do you want to do this year? So, really quickly, I'll show you guys my example from last year. Um, I put one for health, wealth, relationships, hobbies, and travel. Um, and I really somehow managed to do all of these things, which is really cool. Like healing my hormones, my PCOS journey, you guys know I'm still actively working on that, but I've made huge improvements there. Constant work in progress. Being in the best shape of my life, I genuinely am. Like I'm so happy and just so grateful. And then investing in Bitcoin, super random, but I did, and I'm up and I'm so happy. I wanted to like really like invest more into like my business and serving you guys as clients and like refining that and also like being able to serve more and help more people, which I've been able to do. Um, Continue to nurture relationships with my family, my friends, find myself a little man's. And then hobbies. I wanted to read 20 books, which if you guys know, I have not read a book since like college. And I read all my books, and some I did audio, so it's kind of cheating, but not really. I was painting, I was knitting. I literally have never baked more cookies in my entire life. I was outside going on picnics, going on walks. Like I really did all of that, which was cool. I didn't have any big trips planned, but I did do some weekend trips here and there, which was really cool. So, um, anyways, I'm excited about that. Oh, let me mute someone. There we go. Um, Okay, so I just want to show you guys that as an example, but once again, enough about me. This is about y'all. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to set another timer for 2 minutes. I want you to write down at least one achievable goal for each of the 5 categories. This could be like something specific. So like work out 2 times a week, get out of debt, and then like write the amount of debt that you have to pay off. Relationships like monthly date night with my partner, like get specific as much as you can. And then if you want to do more than one per category, by all means, but just make sure that we get at least one. So I'm gonna give this to you guys and I'm gonna start my timer. Sorry, that scared Harley Marley. Go lay down. All right. Like, should I mute myself? Okay, go ahead, guys. Come here, Stinky. Thanks, Caitlin, on my reading goal, my other reading girly. Also, if y'all have Goodreads, add me. Rejuvenation, relax. Okay, we're all like harmony. Everyone's trying to chill this year. Hopefully, I can inspire you guys. A 100 books is crazy, but doing 60, especially as a mom, like I feel like I have no excuse. I have no kids running around. That's crazy. That's dope. All right, we got about 10 seconds. If anyone needs more time, please drop it in the chat and let me know. Once again, we can always finish this up later too, but the next step is expanding on this. So I really want to make sure we have at least something good. All right, cool. I'm gonna move on. So I know this looks crazy. This is just to give you guys some ideas. And this also was only 4 out of the 5 subjects or topics or whatever you want to call it, areas. And so this is just to give you some ideas. But this is where the action planning comes in. So once again, we want to meet ourselves where we're at now, not where you think you should be in 10 years. And then we're going to kind of reverse engineer from there. So let's start with wealth, buy a house, for example. I'm not even trying to buy a house, but this is just if you maybe you are. So I always say that you should write down the intention or the why behind something. So I want this to be something clear. I want this to be something meaningful. This will not only help you kind of prioritize which of the areas maybe is more of a priority to you right now in this season of your life, but will also help you actually like stay the course. Having intention really just makes things more meaningful. And I don't know, gives you more motivation to remember your why. You know what I mean? Like remember your why. So write down, your why, settle down, create a home that reflects the life that I'm building for myself. And then from there, we can actually put like 3 to 4 milestones or like what do you actually need to achieve to get this done? So like researching the neighborhoods and house prices, having a savings plan and determining like the down payment that you need and then creating like a budget around that. Getting a credit check. Do you need to like improve your credit before you go and do this? Work on getting pre-approved for a mortgage. So then from there, now that you have the major milestones that you know you need to hit, then you can narrow it down to like, okay, like what am I going to do this week or this month? Like, what's the first action I'm going to take? So, the first action that you could take is like do an audit of your savings and then create like a weekly savings goal. And then start researching and reaching out to lenders. So I just put a couple more examples for you here, but this is just how to reverse engineer and create like your own like first actionable step. I want you to remember that like small consistent actions over time like really add up. Like 1% each week means that you accomplish 52% at least by the end of the year, right? So this is also just a way for you to actually refer back to your weekly progress and make sure that you're on track. So I'm gonna set a timer again for another 2 minutes and we can start thinking about these things. In a couple slides, I'm going to show you guys some chat GPT prompts that you can actually copy and paste and plug in for your goals. If it's hard for you to know, like once again, the beauty of the internet, like we can just research anything, like how do I do blank or what are the steps to blank, and it'll tell you. So I'll show you that in a second, but I want you to start using your own brain a little bit and get creative for a second and just spend some time thinking of this. We don't have to do all five topics, but pick the one right now that is the most pressing and most important to you. And then let's at least start writing out our why and then the major milestones that we need to hit. So I'm going to set a timer now. Yes, Jordan, I will send this to you. Hope everything's okay. I'm going to be sending these slides out and the recording. And now my dogs are going to be tipping and tapping in the back. I'm so sorry. Then now they're going to play. Also, if anyone wants help, like reverse engineering this too, like please message me. I literally love this stuff. You guys know I'm a crackhead for this kind of stuff. So, like I said, we'll be able to use ChatGPT, but I'm always happy to help you brainstorm too, or always drop it in the group chat too. If there's something that you're trying to do, I guarantee someone else in the group has gone through it, and it's always good to kind of hear other people's experiences too. So. All right, we're wrapping up. So now that we have at least one, or you guys have the idea, now it's time to actually make it happen. So this is the fun part. So if you've never done a time audit before, I highly recommend doing this. If your schedule's super like copy and paste and it's easy for you to like automatically fill this in, by all means do it. But if your schedule is like super fluid and random, um, take the blank time audit and like go through a day or two or even an entire week if your whole week looks crazy and just write in what you actually did during these times. This is very humbling because then you realize how much time that you like spent scrolling on your phone or like doing other things, like kind of wasting time. But ultimately, this will help you actually be able to pinpoint when you truly have time for these things. So like this is my genuine schedule. I'm putting myself on blast here, but like everything revolves around work. Green is sleeping. Orange is the gym and meal prep. I meal prep every Sunday. I go to the gym 4 days a week at the same time. I even put like when I was driving home, when I'm eating dinner, when I'm doing my chores, and then like purple was all like free time. And so like time that I can allocate towards my goals just in general. And I kind of just threw some stuff on there to give you an idea of like, I'm going to do a hobby this day. I'm going to plan to go on like an ice cream date on this day. And then on Saturday, I put out like kind of a list of things. And so you can kind of look at it on like a monthly thing too, of like pick one out of this long list per week and put it on the calendar for the month or whatever. So I'll be sending you guys this too so that you can actually do it. But I feel like this is really important for you to actually be able to find time and stick to it. Um, and then we'll move on to the prompts there too. I saw Elizabeth's comment about finding a budgeting app or tool and sticking to a budget. There's this thing called Every Dollar by Dave Ramsey that changed my life. Highly recommend everyone does this. It actually tells you like how much of your money you should be spent like allocating towards what, like having like an emergency savings, how much money you should have in the bank, how much money you should be investing, and then it basically teaches you to budget every dollar that comes in so that you know where it goes, and how to like allocate it accordingly. I think there's a free app for that. Um, I'm also trying out a new thing on Google Sheets or whatever. It's a budgeting sheet, and I'm filling all of that out this month and trying it out. If I like that better, I'll send it to you. But if anyone else has any suggestions, please drop those. Okay, so now for the Chat GPT prompt. So literally, I'm a crack, I keep saying crackhead, but I am like obsessed with Chat GPT. This is like my personal assistant. Like I live and die by it. So there's three different prompts here, all for different things. So if you're having trouble just even like setting your goals or like brainstorming those like more simple milestones that I was speaking of, definitely copy and paste the first one and then fill in the blank. So I'm setting my goals for 2025. I'm currently here. Describe your current situation. I want to be here. Describe your current situation. Based on this, can you actually help me brainstorm goals that feel exciting, achievable, aligned? And then after it spits it out to you, then you can say like, great, what specific actions can I do to get started? Whatever you like, say, I like this part, I don't like this part, and it'll keep refining and tweaking until you like it. And the cool thing is like the more that you use it, the more it'll get to know you. And it's really interesting. But so that one's good for like just like setting the goals after you guys go through and create your vision boards, and also I didn't even go over this really, but like you can make it on Canva. I know a couple people who are like printing out magazines and making a collage. I know some people who are literally going to Walgreens and paying to print it out and putting it on a huge canvas, or put it on like a cork board and make it all cute. Like you can do it any way, shape, or form. I do everything on Canva. It's super simple to just find all the pictures on Pinterest, and I literally will just screenshot it and then copy and paste it into Canva, and you can move it all around and then add different text and layer things in there really nicely. And then I just screenshot it. And guys, I set this as my laptop background. It's my background on my phone. Like I highly recommend like putting it everywhere. Put it in your room, put it in your bathroom, like wherever that you'll see it all the time. Um, but then either take a picture of it or have a screenshot, and you can actually upload the picture of your vision board to ChatGPT and use this prompt like, this is my vision board. Can you help me create a game plan? Like, what does my daily routine look like? What investments should I be making? What milestones do I need to hit? And it'll also help you come up with some more ideas. And then you can also use the time auditing activity that we just did to specifically like block out certain times. Like I work from this time to this time, these days a week. I'm volunteering, I'm whatever. And so it will work around your schedule and the times that you're not available. And like, guys, this is like the key to things that you're actually going to be able to stick to and make it super realistic. And even say, like, I only have an hour a week to work on this or to work on all of these, all five. Like, what do I do? Um, and it'll help you. So once again, if you have any more questions, please let me know or drop in the chat. And then lastly, I feel like this is something we cannot ignore because as you know, mindset truly is everything. And like what are the things that actually get in the way, like is it really time management? Is it your inability to be consistent? Or do you struggle with self-doubt or the comparison trap or just like procrastination? Like what are the things that usually come up for you personally and like block you from being able to achieve your goals? Because no one knows you better than you, and you will know like how do you self-sabotage or like why, like why do you slip back into old patterns and all these things. Really think about this. And once again, like I'm always here to help you too, but it is kind of cool to put it in Chat GPT and see what it spits out because it can help you create like a specific plan, or you can ask for specific resources and different like mindset shifts and strategies to help you, moving forward and staying consistent. So highly recommend using these. At the end of the day, nothing will beat, just walking outside and having like your own train of thought. But sometimes if you get stuck, it's kind of easy to be able to lean back on this. So, um, does anyone have any questions or anything so far? because if not, I'm gonna wrap this up. So this is my board for 2025. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna just wrap this up here, I guess. So, your vision board, you guys, like really is like your goals, your dreams, and like helps you really like envision the life that you want to live. But like it's pepper, but it's really more than just pretty pictures. This can be a psychology tool just for you to actually like bring it to life. So, like genuinely like visualizing and meditating on these things actually have been proven to help you like exert more effort and stay more in tune with this. It helps you just feel more like committed to the plan and like the goals that you set. And just have more like intrinsic motivation to actually like stay on course. So I really want you guys to use this as a tool to like romanticize and like glamorize the pursuit of your goals and not just like when you actually complete them or like check another box, like actually like romanticizing your life and like living the life that you deserve and that like you want. Right. Because it's genuinely, it's, I swear to God, it's possible. So, like I said, put this as your background, put it on your computer screen. I would literally love if you guys drop them in the group chat so that we could all see. And then also we can come back next year and fill it in with all our photos for the year and show how we made it our becoming board. So consistency beats perfection every single time. If you fall off, just pick back up. It's another week, it's a new start. And yeah, let's execute it. So I'm going to be doing these monthly group coaching calls for my clients, you guys. I'm really excited. So if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, you don't have to drop it in the chat, just like DM me. I'm going to be kind of keeping tabs on everyone through check-ins. If I see any like certain things that people are struggling with or certain themes and stuff, obviously I'm going to make them revolved around that. That's why I wanted to start this one out strong for the year. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see or anything like that. But if not, then I'll come up with some stuff. So thank you guys for coming. Happy New Year. And yeah, please share your vision boards in the chat and I'd love to see them.